All right. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another AJAXCAST. Today, we're going to be breaking down episode 9 of season 1 of House of the Dragon. Different episode than what we've seen in the past few days. There was a lot of build-up, very politically based, as Tyler would like to say, all the build-up. And, we did get a little bit of craziness right at the end. And we had Helena predicting it. But the episode, to me, was entertaining. It wasn't my favorite of the series, but there's other reasons for that. But what do you guys want to say about the episode to start?
I thought it was a great episode all in all, but then again, like I said, I love the political intrigue part of it.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that's why I loved it more, but it was mostly a setup episode, it felt like.
Yeah. Lato?
Yeah, it was good for setup. I liked how everything is going. Obviously, Aegon's king now, but Rhaenys definitely comes in and pretty much ignites the flame to start the civil war at the end, which is definitely gonna make the season finale quite interesting, I think. So we'll see how it ends up in the next episode.
Yeah, all I can really say is she is a badass, and
that was
for her to hold
fire.
back right there. I was like, she could have ended this soon-to-be civil war right then, but since Alicent came and talked to her, I think that was everything. Because she didn't give a
I love
fuck
the
about
restraint
them.
she showed right there,
Yeah.
honestly, for not killing those 5 poor people, instead just killing 100 commoners.
Yeah, I know, right? It's
really nice of her to do that.
She's very merciful, even though she killed a few hundred people. But her dragon is badass. Melee, I think is its name. And it is badass. It kind of reminded me of like the T-Rex from Jurassic Park. The way how it was stomping around through like the dust clouds and everything. But I guess the two biggest things of this episode were that her showing up with her dragon showing she's a bad bitch, and obviously Aegon being named king right there, and people of King's Landing actually rejoicing to it before they get fucked up by a dragon.
Well,
they're just glad it's not a woman.
What did you say?
Oh.
That's what it is. They're just glad it's not a woman. They don't want to see Rhaenyra.
Yep. A lot of them don't.
I think you're still missing one
true.
scene, Davis. One pivotal scene for the entire series.
Which scene?
The feet scene.
The feet scene.
Daemon doesn't want the toes.
Yeah,
Sir
our boy
Larys
Laris wants the toes. That was.
I'm just gonna say it right now. Every person out there with a foot fetish, this is how I picture them.
Yep.
Every time they go and they see like someone in like flip-flops or open-toed shoes, this is what they look like.
We're talking about you, Keith. I know you have a foot fetish.
Yeah, Keith.
Keith likes feet. Yeah, that was creepy, but it was. I guess it was interesting.
I mean, it was definitely interesting.
But for the small council scene at the beginning, of course we had the Lannister meeting. Oh, what the hell's going on? And the Dornish invading, trying to make a joke, and then, oh, it's Viserys is dead, and he
died.
We see our boy. What Tyler predicted is that he was not going to be for the Greens. He ended up ripping off his cloak, and I think is going to Dragonstone to Rhaenyra. But we'll see. Also, we found out this guy on the small council, his head is made of paper mache. Because Kriston just had him sit down.
Douche, honestly. I can't stand that guy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think his name was Lord Beesbury.
Yeah.
Beesbury.
Well, he's dead.
I think he was the master of the coin.
Yeah, he was.
Mm-hmm.
And I like how he was standing up for Viserys and Rhaenyra and all that, and then he's like, sit down, and then bam, splat. We're like, oh, and he's gone.
Yeah, this is the Green Council.
Yeah.
No room for blacks here. Oh God, that came off really bad.
Wow, Tyler.
That's bad. But
demonetized.
Demonetization nation.
Well, no, not even that. We're about to get canceled, bro.
But we'll still be monetized. Actually, we're not even monetized, so whatever. But
we'll never be monetized now.
There you go. But that you see them wrapping Viserys' body. Do you think they're even gonna do like a traditional Targaryen burial for him? Or do you think?
I think they will. I don't know why they wouldn't.
Are honestly, you sure? Because she's so obsessed with the Seven, could they do one of those burials?
Well, no, because I think what they're trying to do right now is establish their legitimacy. And one of the ways to do that is paying homage to the Targaryen dynasty. And like they already did that previously in when they made Aegon marry his sister, because she honestly probably could have gotten a better alliance had she married off Aegon to some Lord Paramount of some region like the Vale or whatever,
Hmm.
but or the Stormlands especially. But instead, she did the the whole incest marriage because that's what Targaryens do. So I think she's going to try to garner some legitimacy here, and that's why they're probably going to bury him the traditional way. And I mean, it's also what he would have wanted. Like I think, as flawed as Allison is, I do think she actually did care about him to an
Hmm.
extent,
I think so
or at
She
too.
least
did.
grew to care about him. Because I mean, she started wailing when she saw his body and everything, and it looked genuine. So I think she'll give him an actual traditional Targaryen funeral because of that,
Yeah.
both for optics and for his own sake.
But how about for her kind of standing up to her dad finally, instead of not just being puppet on strings, being danced around, you
Yeah, I
know?
definitely saw a lot of cracks in the Green faction. I noticed, like there was one obviously between Otto and Allison, like you said, but there was also seems to be one between Aemond and Aegon.
I wonder
That's
why.
yeah, I mean, it
Yeah.
makes sense, but I thought it was a little interesting to me that Aemon is so forward with his desire to become king himself. So I'm
Hmm.
interested to see how that plays out.
Well, dude, he is a badass. Like oh man, it was like we were talking about a few episodes ago, where he has worked his entire life. He trains every fucking day. He has the largest dragon in the world, and he's just like, okay, you'll be kind of just a pawn, while your brother who
A
drinks
warrior,
and
basically, for him.
yeah, and while your
Mhm.
brother drinks, whores around, makes little kids fight. um, yeah, he gets to be king, not you.
Yeah, an interesting thing I saw in the episode too is that he pointed out too, he's like, I'm not just a fighter. Like I'm actually like studying philosophy, I'm reading history and everything. I'm doing everything I can to be the
Hmm.
best king possible. So I gotta honestly wonder at some point if during the Civil War, I could see a scenario where say Aegon might be in a crappy situation and Aemon may have a choice to save him. Do we think Aemon's gonna actually save him or something like that?
Or what if
Like,
he
say
did?
he was, like, wounded in battle or whatever, and he could just leave him alone and potentially die. What do you think Aemon would do there?
Eamon
Well,
already had the opportunity to let him go.
yeah, well,
What do you
kinda
mean?
for like a half
Not
second.
really, I feel like because Kriston was there
Yeah,
when Aegon
Kriston
made that
wasn't there.
offer,
Yeah,
and I think his opportunity slipped by, like, instantly because of that.
yeah. Um,
I think he would've let him, though, if Kriston wasn't
I
there.
think so
He,
too.
like, seemed like he was really considering it.
Yeah, but also, Aemond gets the title the Kinslayer. Could that be for killing Aegon?
Potentially, I could see it maybe, but I think it's more likely he's gonna kill a green. I mean, someone on the black side.
Hmm.
So I'm gonna say it's gonna be either Luke or Jace, and I'm gonna guess it's gonna be Luke because he's the one that actually took his eye, and he'll want some vengeance. Eye for an eye.
Yeah, dude, I think if he were to fight Luke and Jace right now in a one-on-two, he would absolutely clap both of them.
Oh,
I don't
100%.
even think he'd be close. I mean, he is older than them, but
Hmm.
I mean, he
And
was
just substantially bigger than them.
yeah. I mean, when he was a kid, he was kind of taking that 1v4 on.
Yeah, but I mean, like back when he was a kid, though, he was like a similar size, and now he's got like the height advantage. He
Hmm.
trains more. It looks like.
Yeah.
Like I don't really see a scenario where he loses. I think the only person I think he would lose to on the black side right now is obviously our boy Damon.
Yeah, dude. Damon's fucking G, man. He's getting them toes.
Top G.
Mhm.
Damon's top G. Oh man. But yeah, I like seeing a little more development from Eamon's character, finding out more about him, because he's gonna be again another one of the main characters, moving forward into the next season or two, however many they decide to go with before they just fucking kill everybody. Um, Also, what do y'all think if the what fuck I can't remember his name right here when he goes to the blacks? What's like what kind of impact that'll have?
I think it'll give him some legitimacy, honestly,
Hmm.
because I mean, I think legitimacy is already kind of on their side to begin with.
Hmm.
But I think he is just going to reinforce that a bit because I mean, if you had the Lord Commander of the King's Guard swearing to you, then that says something about where the King's Guard lie.
Oh yeah, 100%. And then also another point I wanted to bring up was, do we have anything from it? But right before Rhaenys bursted out, we had Helena say, "Beware of the beasts below the floorboards." I think is how she said it. So
Mhm.
they're having her just sprinkle in, a little bit of her psychic powers, because I think eventually she's going to play a big role. But hey, you never know. In Game of Thrones, Bran had these powers and he didn't do shit with them. So,
So you think she's going to be like an oracle of sorts?
yeah, possibly.
Maybe that'd be interesting. Yeah. I mean, she's kind of been written off as like kind of mad so far. So it'd be interesting to see if she actually has some power.
Yeah. And what did y'all think about the scene where the little kids were fighting? Like, how gruesome that was. Like, they look like little fucking gremlins. Just.
And like half of them are Aegon's children.
I know,
Yeah,
right?
it's weird.
Yeah, so Tyler,
It's
we
very
were we
unfortunate.
were wrong about that in the preview. We're like, oh, that's probably one of Daemon and Rhaenyra's kids. Actually, it was one of Aegon's bastards, and I wonder how many he actually has. Because dude, they may have a lot of the, Targaryen blood
I
flying
thought I
around the
said it
city.
was one of Aegon's bastards.
Is that what you said? Maybe you did say
I
that.
think I said that, and you said it was It's
Yeah,
all right. Either
yeah,
way,
okay.
it's still really interesting though.
Mm-hmm.
Because if he has a bunch of bastards running around King's Landing, that's a bit of an issue
Yeah,
because they would all have claims to the throne at that point. I think that's a sticking point the black faction can use against him, saying like, well, if you have all these bastards running around, the realm's not going to be any more stable under you because now you have a bunch of claimants to the throne running around, any of which could gather an army
yeah,
and try to press their claim.
and also, I don't know how studious he's been. Like we heard Eamon talk about how studious he is now. He's actually studying philosophy and this kind of stuff. I think he
Mhm.
also says that because Aegon has not done any of that. Because we clearly know he hasn't been training, but I don't think he's been doing any sort of studying unless it's arithmetic where he's dividing women's legs.
Or anatomy.
Anatomy. He's
Yeah, there you go.
dude is great with anatomy.
Oh yeah, he knows all the body parts
um,
everywhere.
yeah, especially his sisters.
Yeah. Although he may be one of the only
Gross.
Targaryens that doesn't enjoy that. Yeah. Seems like he's very unhappy with that marriage.
Yeah, he doesn't really pay any attention to her, to what it seems like, because Alicent goes in there. Where's Aegon? I don't know. Then yeah,
Yeah, she mentioned like previous episodes where she was like talking about him and she said he like pays her no attention unless he's like drunk or something in the middle of the night. So I think that tells us everything we need to know about them.
yeah. But I mean, I think that kind of fits his character as a whole, you know,
hmm I
because
mean, yeah, it makes sense. Although I do want to note too, like right around the scene he had pulled up, when he was getting coronated and he got given the sword, it seemed like he, for 1 second at least, seemed to actually enjoy being king and having the
mm-hmm.
crowd follow him. So maybe we'll see a little bit of an evolution in Aegon where he starts to grow to maybe like being a king. Now that doesn't mean he might like the kingly duties, but I think he may start to love how much respect and appreciation he gets from everyone.
Yeah, and I mean, I think the biggest thing was he really liked the attention from it.
Yeah, that's true. That too.
Yeah, but also we saw some weird interactions between Alicent and Aemond. Do you think there could potentially be something between them?
I mean, it's the Game of Thrones universe, and for them, it seems like there's no such thing as too much incest. So I honestly wouldn't be surprised
Mm-hmm.
if he went back to the hole he came from.
Jesus. Oh man.
Hey man, if we weren't getting demonetized already, we are now.
Yeah, there we go, there we go. But we got to see the twins that you said were named Eric and Eric.
Yes, this is the Erics. We'll call them that.
Okay, the
And their
Beard
last
Boys.
names are, forgive my pronunciation because I might butcher it. I think it's Cargyle. I think that's how you say it. I don't
But
think it's Cargill, but I could be wrong.
so we saw one of them was assigned to be Aegon's bodyguard and whatnot, and watch over him. That's kind of backfired, and he even has talked about that how big of a pain in the ass and an issue that's been. And then the other
Wasn't
one,
he a Kingsguard?
yes, they both are.
Okay. Oh, they both are.
I'm pretty sure they
Okay.
both are. And then that one that was not involved with Aegon that was finding out about all this stuff that Aegon does and the stuff that happens that he didn't know about. He was the one that we see. Actually, do we want to talk about the no? We'll wait to see. But
Well, we don't talk about predictions. We can talk about what we saw at least.
well, yeah, that was in the preview was what I was talking about. What I was going with, but like, I just don't know exactly whose allegiance is gonna fall where. Like, I have some predictions for some people, but all these people that have seen how terrible Aegon's been, like, I don't know if they're going to stick around for it or how much they'll be able to put up, because I feel like once he has like full power, that's all gonna get amplified, you know?
Kind of like Joffrey. That's what he reminds me of a little
Yeah,
bit.
a little bit
Less
of
of a little
Joffrey in
shit.
him.
Yeah, I can definitely see him turning into a older Joffrey, which I think could be pretty horrifying. But I mean, we'll see. I think honestly with these twins, and I haven't seen the preview,
Mm-hmm.
so just going off the information in this episode, I think one is going to go green and one is going to go black. I think
Mm-hmm.
that's how they're going to play it. I think the one who has been Aegon's bodyguard and seen what he's capable of and what he'll do is going to join the blacks, and the other one who doesn't know a ton about him yet, but still seems to have like a sense of like duty to the Seven Kingdoms is going to stay with the Greens.
Mm-hmm. Do you think we're gonna see Helena's dragon at all?
Oh, we'll eventually see her for sure. I think the question I think is she going to actually be a dragon rider? Like, is she actually going to ride that dragon into battle,
So
or is
supposedly
someone
she
else
has like a
going to ride
different
that dragon?
connection with her dragon, something to do with her psychic powers. Supposedly, but
Huh.
her
So
dragon.
she'll be like on the sidelines and commanding her dragon to do stuff.
She'll be like flying as like a drone, you know. She'll be like
She'll
sitting
be
back
like the
there like.
coach on the sidelines, or
Oh,
she'll have like a controller and she'll do it.
but if they make her dragon look like how it's described in the books, her dragon's gonna be really cool. So it'll be similar to Damon's dragon, but it's gonna be blue.
Ooh, that's
Yeah,
pretty cool.
because
A
Isn't her dragon
blue
named like Star or
dragon.
something?
Dreamfire.
Oh, gotcha. I think I'm thinking of
Dreamfire.
her.
Dreamfire.
Starfire.
Pretty cool.
Starfire. Um, but yeah, also another thing I was going to talk about, I was reading some House of the Dragon stuff, and have y'all heard about any of the deleted scenes from previous episodes? Well,
I have not.
Not really. I've only heard a few.
one of the biggest, what people said was a big deal that was a deleted scene was right after Lena died. It kind of just seemed like Damon did not give a fuck about his daughters.
Oh yeah, I remember this one. This is like
When
the few I saw.
Yeah, and it pissed people off. Apparently, I mean, I didn't.
Mhm.
I mean, okay, but
It was a deleted scene. It wasn't in the show for a reason.
yeah. So Damon actually comforted. There's this scene he's comforting his daughters, and it's showing that he actually misses Lena and all this kind of stuff. So maybe something we can kind of dive into in the future when we talk about deleted scenes, things that they possibly tweaked once
I
the
think
season is
into the
completely
first
done.
season, yeah, would be a good time to do it.
Yeah, we could also potentially go over all the foreshadowing we see or we have seen, you know. But episode 9, big build up episode for our season finale coming up, the start of the Dance of the Dragons. Is there anything else you guys want to say about episode 9?
Considering this episode was like all set up, I'm interested to see how the dominoes fall in episode 10.
Mm-hmm.
Also, please don't demonetize us, YouTube. I'm sorry.
We're not monetized, so YouTube, please don't monetize us, then demonetize us.
Yes, there you go.
Lots of you got anything you want to say about episode 9?
Fuck Christian Cole.
Yep, he's bitch made. Kriston Cole is bitch made. Always has been. Never liked him ever. Ever. Oh man. But I have really been enjoying the series. I know you guys have been as well. If you guys haven't already, check us out on all of our social media. It'll be down in the description, as well as we're on Spotify. So if you don't want to see these beautiful faces and you want to take us on the go, check us out on Spotify. And let us know what you guys want to see next. And we'll see y'all next time. Peace.